Hi everybody, welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And you can find me online at stampingwithmelva.com. It's Tuesday and I'm on early today. Normally I jump on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 2 o'clock Pacific, but I am off for a 3-day weaving retreat this week. And so I wanted to jump on. I think I've said this before. The sketch challenge is my favorite challenge to do, and it's my favorite live to do. I don't know why. I really love doing these sketches, and I hope you do too. So I'm going to do one today, and so the sketch will go live about 2:30 this afternoon Pacific, which is the regular time. I just had it already scheduled to go live. So I realized probably, oh, I got somebody watching. I know it's early. It's a kind of an unusual time for me. I'm going to use the Trusty Tools bundle today. I love this suite. I don't typically do masculine cards, but this bundle is so much fun. And then to make it even better, there is coordinating paper that you can get for free during celebration. So it's 12 by 12 paper. So I'm going to make it really easy today because I'm going to do a little bit of fussy cutting. I don't even have to do much stamping for this because you can cut all of these tools out of the paper, or you can make the tools, you can stamp the tools, or you can actually make some of the tools using the dies. But I thought I would keep it kind of simple today and use the designer series paper. All right, let me switch over and show you. So as I said, the sketch will go live on Facebook and Instagram at about 2:30 this afternoon. So if you missed it or if you want to watch on the replay and grab the sketch afterwards, you can do that. Now I will say, I have a dog right under my feet today for some unknown reason, and she's sleeping and she snores a bit. So if you hear something weird in the background, it's probably her. She's having a good sleep. All right, so this is the sketch. I love to use punches, and that's what these are. So you could use punches, you could use dies. They don't have to be circles. They could be any shape you want. So your card base is 5.5 by 8.5 or 4.25 by 11. Layer number 1 is 4 inches by 5.25, and then layer number 2 is 2 inches by 5.25. If you wanted to, you could have two pieces that are 2 inches by 5.25 and butt them up against each other. But the way I kind of designed it, it was one piece with an overlapping piece. And then the larger circle is 2 3/8, and then the next one down is 2 inch. So again, if you wanted to use different shapes or different sizes, if you've got some dies, that works too. Just gotta make them, you know, roughly in this layout. And then the sentiment, I've said 1/2 inch by 3 inches. I already know my sentiment's going to be bigger than that because of the stamp that I'm going to use for the sentiment. So make your sentiments layer whatever size you need to, depending on what you use. Okay, so that's the sketch. So then this is these Trusty Tools. That's never good. I lost a die. It sounded like a really tiny little die. Oh, there it is. It is a tiny little die. It's the nuts and bolts. Don't want to lose that one. All right, so these are the dies. The stamp set, great sentiments, some tools. It's 2-step stamping, so you can stamp the big tool and then like the handle or some paint with the extra stamp. And then these are the dies. I love this label die. It's got 3 little holes in it. And then this is my absolute favorite. It makes pegboard. So I've used that today. And then you can cut out, stamp and cut out, or just cut out, for example, the wrench. And then you can make, this is the drill that's got a bunch of pieces that fit together. I haven't played a lot with these dies. I really do need to. There is even a handle that you can make for a toolbox. And you'll probably find that all over the place on the internet because lots of people have made that. Okay, so that's the bundle. If you purchase this bundle during celebration, you can get your hands on some great designer series paper. This is just one of the pieces that I've pulled, and you can see I've cut some of the tools out. So I'm just going to fussy cut these tools. This other side is a check. What else? I'm using this piece as well. It's Poppy Parade with screwdrivers on it, and then some gray granite. So some really some really fun pieces here. Okay, so what have I got? I've got a piece of basic gray. I don't use, I realized, basic gray very much. Hey, Pam, welcome. I don't know why, because I really love the color. I tend to go for gray granite or smoky slate more, but I decided I would pull the basic gray out. So I've scored it. This is 4 1/4 by 11. Scored it at 5 1/2 and used my bone folder. So folded into the mountain or the raised line. And then I cut a piece of crushed curry. That's a good idea. Just cut up some of these tools, when you have a few minutes or when you're watching TV. So with this piece, this is 4 inches by 5 1/4. So what I did was I laid this pegboard die, just aligned it with the top right edge, top and side edge, and I ran it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Hey, Donna, welcome. And then I just roughly eyeballed how far to move it down, and I moved it down so that I got the rest of the pegboard. Didn't do too badly with the spacing. I'm quite surprised. But that's my pegboard for this. That's why I love this, because my dad had pegboards when I was growing up in his workshop. And so it was always fun to see. He actually even went to the work of painting. I guess he painted or drew around. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue in between here, not every row, just to get it. He even painted tools on spots on the tool on the pegboard so that he knew where the tools went when he went to put them back, which I thought was a great idea. Okay, so then I cut a piece of this. My card's kind of bright, so it's got Poppy Parade, crushed curry, and then on the basic gray, which I just thought kind of muted it down a little bit. So this is a piece of the Poppy Parade and the gray granite on the back, designer series paper, and it's 2 inches by 5 1/4. So it's just going to adhere. Like I said, if you wanted to use 2 pieces of cardstock or designer series paper or half and half, you could actually do both of them 2 inches by 5 1/4 and butt them up against pegboards. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, pegboards are really cool. I don't have my craft room is above the garage, and so the walls are only about 5 feet tall, and then it slopes up to the ceiling. Morning, somebody's coming in through Facebook. Welcome. Don't forget to give StreamYard permission so I can actually see who's commenting. So you go to streamyard.com/Facebook. All right, so that's my card base. Then I went ahead and punched out 2 circles. So I punched 1 circle. This is the 2 3/8. Hey, Mern. 2 3/8 inch circle punch, and then the 2-inch circle punch. So basic gray and Poppy Parade. Now, I should have done this ahead of time, but I didn't. I don't know what's been packing. That's what's on my mind this morning. But that's okay. It doesn't take long. I'm just going to take some of these tools. So there's a wrench and a screwdriver. I'm just picking the ones that are similar in color to what I've got going on in my card. So there's the screwdriver, the wrench, and let's do the tape measure. And then we'll see. So I just rough cut, so I'm not really worried about going right up to the edge of the line. I'm leaving a little bit of white. Like I said, there are some of the dies will cut out these pieces, but I don't know. I always find it just easier to cut the pieces as I need them using my scissors. And again, if you're sitting in front of your TV, and just, you can do some fussy cutting, and then they're all ready to go. So this is the celebration paper that is free with a $60 order until the end of celebration goes to the end of February. So the paper is available until it's not. Let's say that. So it's while supplies last. Typically, Stampin' Up! Doesn't bring back celebration items. So, and this one, I believe, if I remember correctly, at least maybe a couple of weeks ago, this was I think the second most popular item in celebration. It's not surprising because this bundle is so much fun. So if you haven't registered, you're interested, you live in Canada, my Your Creativity Awaits kit for this month, February, is the trusty tools. I like fussy cutting, Pam, and I don't worry too much. So it's kind of, you know, there's more white edge around some of them, but always steer with your hand that's holding the paper and not with the scissors, and you'll find it much easier to do. So we're just going to take and put some of these tools on. And I could have done more, but I think I'm just going to put 3 tools on. So what we'll do is we're going to use dimensionals. Yeah, so I was saying the Your Creativity Awaits kit for February is trusty tools. So you can sign up and you will get the stamp set as well as 6 cards using this suite, the PDF and PDF instructions. And you can add on the dies if you want them. So there we go. You know what? I should have put this up a little higher. Let's see if I can get that off. Nope. Okay. That's all right. Okay, so Patricia, welcome. Nice to see some new faces joining me, probably because I'm at a little bit different time. I know the time when I go live, you know, not everybody's available, so it's nice to see some new faces. Or new names. I guess I'm not seeing faces, but new names. All right, I've got a long string here, or a long piece here. So the not that one, the mini, let's see. Where's some of my, there it is. So you can either use the adhesive foam strips, or the mini dimensionals have quite a wide kind of border around, and I just use that. Cut some narrow strips from it when I need a narrow piece, thin piece of adhesive, like a dimensional. There we go. So that'll fit on there. Don't know how that's supposed to go. I'm going to put that on last because when I put it on one way, it always feels like it's going the wrong way. There is. That's centered-ish. There we go. Like that. Like that. And like that. I don't know if that's upside down or not. Okay, so now I need a sentiment. So originally I had said on my sketch 1/2 inch by 3 inches, but I'm going to use this one that says, "You're the most awesome dad." So I definitely need bigger because my dad is stamped. It's quite a big stamp. It's probably at least 1 inch high. And then we use this one. Okay, so I do have some basic white here to do some stamping. That's the piece for the inside, and here's some piece to do some stamping. Okay, so I'm going to stamp the dad in Poppy Parade. And I'm going to stamp the yours, what does it say? The most awesome dad in basic gray. Now, like I said, I don't use basic gray very much, but it's a really cool color. It's just a little bit softer than tuxedo black. Okay, so I've got that. Now I need to stamp something on the inside of my card. So let's actually stamp one of the tools. Let's stamp the tape measure. So we'll stamp this in tuxedo black. I'm going to stamp it out. I'm on the opposite side because it feels like it should go that way. I typically always stamp in the bottom right corner, but this one works, I think, better if we do it this way. Now, I always have to figure out which way this goes. Okay, so it's two-step stamping. I always find if I stand above it, you can just kind of see the lines, and I don't think it's intended to be exact, but isn't that fun? I love two-step stamping. So easy. Okay, so there's my inside of my card. And now, of course, it wouldn't be a card that I make unless it's fussy cut. So I'm just going to kind of take and cut around. You can just cut a rectangle if you want, but you guys, I know people cringe. Everybody, when they get my watch me or they get one of my kits. So I'm actually, looks like I'm going to cut my little dad into separate letters. This one makes it's easy to do. So we'll just continue around this curve. Again, I'm steering with my paper and not with the scissors. Like that. And like that. All right. Oops, let's cut a little bit off the top of the A. There we go. All right, and this one I will cut in just a rectangle. Now I could have cut a rectangle and stamped on it. I sometimes find that I do better. It's not quite straight, but if I tried to stamp on a rectangle, I don't always do very well with that. So sometimes just cutting around it is easier. So we're going to use dimensionals on this, and it's quite big, so we'll kind of stagger our dimensionals. And then we need dimensionals on the back of the dad. And then we'll figure out where these are going to go. Maybe just put one on there. Okay. So where shall we go? Let's see. Maybe dad can go there. And then your, okay, got it. Not exactly how I had the sketch. Thanks, Donna. Well, I'm glad you're watching. All right, so we're going to put that there. And then we'll put the dad down here like that. I think I've got enough room. I hope I left enough room. Well, we better move that over a little bit more. There we go. Put that like that. Okay, now I think we've definitely got enough room now. There. I think that's a really fun card. Oh. Okay, and just the inside. I just have to put some embellishments on. So I grabbed the adhesive back cork rounds. They just feel masculine to me. And then the other thing I thought I'd add was some linen thread or twine. So let's do that. Okay, so where should we put some twine? I had to open a new one. I used up all of my twine, so let's just cut. A bow never feels right to me, so let's just try And should have done this before I put my pieces on, shouldn't I? That's okay. We're just going to take and gently lift that up, and then so I just kind of wrapped it in a bit of a zigzag, and we'll just take and put some twine. There we go, some twine just to give it a little bit of dimension. I know this set is so fun, and I wasn't so sure about it when I saw it because I don't typically do masculine cards, but gosh, it's fun to play with. And you can make, so where I quilt, we actually have a pink tool set. And so wouldn't it be fun to do a tool set all in pink for you know, some of your female friends. Is that what you say, female friends? Anyway, girlfriends. All right, these cork rounds are so much fun. Oh, I'm sorry, Patricia. Yeah, that's really hard. Okay, so there we go. We've got some cork rounds on there, and just kind of a fun card. So grab the sketch. There's the inside again with that tape measure, and you can write. You could put another sentiment on, but I think I'll leave it as that, and you can, I can write a note on it. I don't have a dad to give this to, but I'm sure somebody will love this card. So, all right, there we go. So don't forget to check back for the sketch at 2:30 today if you missed any of the measurements. Feel free to share this video, like this video. Would definitely appreciate your comments on it. Yeah, I won't be live the rest of the week because as I said, I'm off to a weaving retreat. So I will be back live on Saturday. Now, at a little bit earlier, it'll be about 10 o'clock on Saturday because I have a few things going on. But Saturday will be the next time that I will be live. So come join me on Saturday for another project. All right, everybody, thanks so much for joining me again. If you live in Canada and you're interested in the Your Creativity Awaits kit, registration is still open until the 11th of February. Thanks for joining me. Happy stamping. Bye.